If you saw this sitting on a hiking trail, you'd probably kick it aside without a second thought. It looks like an ordinary dusty piece of blue granite. Sodalite is crucial in chemistry because its cage-like framework paved the way for modern zeolites, the porous catalysts that purify our water and refine the world's petrol. But hit it with shortwave ultraviolet light, and it looks like you just cracked open a portal to the Earth's mantle. This isn't painted with fluorescent dye, and it's not a special effect. This is sodalite, a bizarre connection to British royalty, and a microscopic trap inside its molecular structure that scientists are currently using to tackle one of nuclear power's dangerous challenges. So why does a rock glow like burning coals under a black light? To understand that, we have to look past the blue surface and zoom straight into its chemistry. The chemical formula is sodium 8, aluminum 6, silicon 6, oxygen 24, chlorine 2. That complex arrangement creates hollow, microscopic cage-like structures called sodalite cages. It contains sodium silicate, chlorine and aluminum. The name comes from the sodium content in this mineral. Occasionally, naturally occurring sulfur impurities get trapped inside these cages. When UV light hits those trapped sulfur molecules, the electrons absorb the high energy and jump to a higher state. As those electrons bounce back down, they release that extra energy as visible neon orange light. It's quantum mechanics happening right in the palm of your hand. If you think fluorescence is cool, wait until you meet sodalite's ultra-rare sibling, hackmanite. What you're watching right now isn't glowing. It is physically changing its actual color in real time under light. This phenomenon is called tenebrescence or reversible photochromism. When sunlight or UV radiation hits the sulfur-doped cages in hackmanite, electrons get knocked loose and trapped in vacant spots in the mineral lattice. This changes how the stone absorbs visible light, turning it deep purple. Put it in a dark room and those trapped electrons slowly drift back to where they started, resetting the rock back to pale white. It's an infinitely reusable color-changing stone. Now, while ancient cultures in South America carved small artifacts out of sodalite thousands of years ago, the rest of the world mostly ignored it until 1891. That's when massive, gem-quality blue deposits were discovered in a tiny town called Bancroft, Ontario. 10 years later, in 1901, the Prince and Princess of Wales took a grand tour across Canada. While visiting Ontario, Princess Mary was shown a piece of this vibrant blue stone. She fell so completely in love with its rich cobalt hue that she placed a massive order, 130 tons of Canadian sodalite, shipped across the Atlantic Ocean to pave and decorate her royal home, Marlborough House in London. That single order sparked a global mineral rush. To this day, that famous location in Canada is still known as the Princess Sodalite Mine. If you've ever bought bluestone jewelry, there's a good chance you were sold sodalite marketed as lapis lazuli. Because sodalite is much more abundant, it's often used as an affordable substitute. But how do you spot the difference like a trained gemologist? Rule number 1, look for gold. Lapis lazuli isn't actually a single mineral. It's a rock packed with tiny specks of metallic gold pyrite called fool's gold. Sodalite almost never contains pyrite. Rule number 2, look at the veins. Sodalite is filled with cloudy white streaks of calcite cutting through the deep blue, giving it a denim-like or marbled look. Sodalite isn't just a pretty face for royal palaces and jewelry cabinets. Its unique molecular structure is solving one of humanity's modern industrial headaches: storing toxic nuclear waste safely. When spent nuclear fuel is reprocessed, it generates liquid waste packed with radioactive chlorine and iodine isotopes that are extremely tricky to lock down. Traditional glass storage matrices can struggle to trap volatile chlorides without breaking down. Material scientists discovered that by synthesizing sodalite in high-temperature reactors, the mineral's microscopic cage lattice can snap around radioactive ions, trapping them inside. Once locked in, those toxic elements are immobilized for thousands of years. Sodalite acts like nature's ultimate vault. So, to recap, sodalite is a rock that glows like molten lava under black light, changes color in sunlight if it's hackmanite. One over 19th century royalty disguises itself as lapis lazuli and doubles as a high-tech shield against nuclear waste. Not bad for a rock you might have walked right past on a trail. I want to hear from you. Do you have a piece of sodalite in your crystal collection? Or have you ever tested your minerals with a UV light? Drop a comment down below and tell me what glows in your display case. If you learned something new today, smash that like button, hit subscribe for more deep dives into nature's strangest science, and I'll catch you in the next video.